I remember when I used to watch this shit all the fucking time, y'all. All the damn time. What we're watching right now is Dear Diary, the YouTube channel. This video was recommended to me by somebody in a Discord channel named Sophie. And so the video, the title reads, I'm allergic to touch, but my crush touched me. I'm scared. But yeah, I used to watch it, like, these videos like they were crack. I don't know why. Cause like we all knew they were cap, we all knew they were fake, but I don't know. I love a good short story, guys. I really do. I'm not sure why. So I'm honestly low key excited to watch this shit. Let's see what happens.
Hey guys,
hi.
My name's Kimberly.
Hey Kim.
5 years ago, my life changed forever after my crush touched me. When I was 13, I felt like I had everything. I had my best friends, I was doing pretty good at school, and it seemed like my all-time crush was taking an interest in me. But this one school dance destroyed...
At 13, you guys had crushes? Honestly, same. Let me stop capping.
...destroyed my picture-perfect life. I was dancing, having fun, and all of a sudden, this very romantic song started. My crush Mateo came up to me and...
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'll never forget my 8th grade dance shit. When I was in 8th grade, guys, middle school was rough for me, y'all. You know, like I had friends in school, but I don't know, I really wasn't any of the popular kids. And I just remember in 8th grade, man, I was brave as fuck. I knew nobody didn't like me. It's just very few people like me. And then most people just didn't know me. That really was the thing, because I didn't talk to people like that. Not because they didn't want to talk to me. I was just I don't know, I wasn't really interested in making friends back then. So yeah, but so brave. I was in the 8th grade, 13, 14 years old, danced in front of the whole school. Like, I did not give a single fuck if anybody liked if I danced in the middle or not. But I did that shit. Respect to me, bruh. I don't care what y'all say. Respect to me. Because I look back at that, and I'm just like, damn. Respect to me at 14, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm just envisioning it in my head right now when I was 14 years old. You know, I did a lot of brave shit when I was in my... I mean, I still do it now. You know, I don't like going to parties. I'm not sure why. You know, I gave it a try when I was in the 10th grade. I went to homecoming. That shit was so boring to me. I don't know, like, you know, I just honestly could not understand the appeal of why people liked going to shit like that. You know? Like, yeah, you know, hang out with my friends are cool, but I don't know, I'd rather... I mean, to me, it's like you're just standing in a room or you're just dancing in a room with other people. And it's hot and sweaty and smelled, and you know, I just didn't like it. But yeah, so if you're the same, if you're just not into parties and stuff like that, that's completely normal. You know, not everybody is going to be into the same things. You know, I ended up finding a group of people who were into the same things as me, and we had an amazing time. You know, just because everybody is into one thing doesn't mean that because you're not into it, it makes you weird or anything like that. You know, it just means that you're different. There's nothing wrong with being special. You know, in a good way.
Asked me to dance with him. It was magical. He was holding me tightly when I started feeling this burning sensation. I saw Mateo's face turning white like a ghost.
What?
Disgusted. His eyes were full of terror.
Why? What? Okay, what?
After a moment, everybody started turning around, gasping at the sight of me.
First of all, how are y'all even allowed to touch? When I was in middle school, they acted like they would spray you with bug spray if you even thought about it. Also, y'all, the type of songs they were playing at that 8th grade dance was weird. Like, I mean, no. Honestly, I was lucky, right? I was lucky because around the time when I was in middle school, it was like the beginning of the TikTok era. by that I mean like Vine was around. TikTok was not a thing, but we had dance songs. You know, we had I wouldn't say the Whippin' Nay Nay. It was Turned Down for What? Yeah, I remember that shit. I was so lucky. But yeah, the other songs they were playing though, that shit was not kid friendly. That shit was not appropriate for 13 and 14-year-olds at a school dance. That shit was weird.
A couple of mean girls laughed and said, "Ew, what's wrong with you?" I couldn't understand what was...
Y'all got that comment a lot. But y'all, I can't imagine peaking in middle school. That's embarrassing. Or high school. Oh my gosh. Now that I'm 20 years old, y'all, I look at high schoolers now, even the popular ones, and I just cringe. You guys are cringy no matter what, y'all.
What's happening? Mateo let me go, stepped back, and then I looked at my hands and shoulders.
Honestly, I don't blame him. I would freak out too.
It was horrifying. Every part of me that he was holding was swelling up.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't blame him.
I ran through the crowd, tripping over
Why would you run?
balloons. I couldn't
How did you trip over a balloon?
see anything through the tears running down my face and ran out of
Damn, no parent or chaperone even bothered to help? First of all, you're 13. Why is your belly button out?
there as fast as I could. I was so embarrassed. I heard laughs behind me, chasing me.
I mean, I don't blame him. You ran and fell, and you forgot your
It
shoe.
was a nightmare. Over time, my skin became more and more sensitive.
You did not go to the doctor? This sounds like your fault. I do not feel bad for you now.
I was so
I don't care if she is 13. Your parents don't care. The fuck?
scared. Anytime my friends would hug me, if it was just a little too tight, my skin would start swelling and I'd have to go
Fuck your friends.
home immediately.
I mean, they probably didn't know, but your parents didn't know? Oh, this is probably... Patience, y'all. This was probably right after she ran out and her friends went after her. Respect to y'all, because in that moment, I would just act like I didn't know her.
Immediately, I started losing friends. Everybody at school remembered that stupid dance and stayed away from me.
Bitch, she is the victim. Oh my god. First of... do you guys see what I mean? How middle schoolers are just assholes. I mean, just... Because this is just before they learn compassion and just anything important, you know. At 13, you're just an asshole. Like this poor girl. I don't know. It's just, if you're an adult and that shit happens to you, 99% of the time, I feel like somebody would help you, bro. There would be somebody in the crowd. There will be some girl who's just going through a breakup right now who will just comfort you and make sure you are okay. 99.9% of the time, unless you are like just a man. So 99% of the time, unless you're a guy, I think as a guy it immediately goes to 33% because girls are just scared of guys. But most, like, you know, in any social event, it's mainly just girls. I just feel like if you're like, they would just help each other out. So yeah, your middle schoolers are just dicks. Ill.
I became afraid of everything. Afraid to go out, afraid to be in nature or in crowded
Afraid to go to the doctor too, I guess.
spaces. My mom was super religious and
What?
she kept telling me that this is a punishment from God for wearing very revealing clothes.
Maybe she's right.
But my father saw my misery and decided we needed to see a doctor.
Wow. I'm shocked because it's like, how did he marry her? Like, this, it doesn't make sense. How did we go from, wow, God hates you, to logic? That's crazy.
And thank God he took me to see a doctor.
Yeah, thank God.
I remember those anxious moments.
Is he the doctor?
Sitting in the chair, waiting for my appointment and having all these crazy theories. Could it be deadly? But I wasn't ready for the answer I got. The doctor did a thorough examination and he
How?
finally told me it's dermatographia.
Explain it.
It's a skin condition that only about 5% of the population has. There's no explanation of why it occurs. There is no cure. For some people, it goes away after a couple of years or a decade, but they have no idea why. It most definitely felt like a curse.
Wow, that's hilarious. God just said, fuck you.
For a second there, I really started to believe that it is, that it might be God punishing me.
I mean, I don't blame her. Because it's just so random. I mean, I don't know. It must suck to be at 13, to basically just feel like God called you a slut. It just sucks. Like, chill out. It's just a belly button.
Prescribed me some medication, but it wasn't working that well. I just felt...
I mean, it's not gonna, like, immediately cure everything. Okay, so, like, touch to what? Skin or touch in general? It seems like touch to just skin. But why? Why is it only touch to skin? Like, why would your clothes not affect you? Because it's touching you, right? It's touching your skin. Is there not just, like, a layer you could put on top of your skin? Right? Like, you hear what I mean? Like, a layer that touches... Just so they won't have to touch on top of your skin. You know, they touch a layer instead.
Felt dizzy all the time. Some nights I couldn't even get to sleep. I had to rip off all my clothes because they felt itchy and I couldn't stop scratching myself.
Okay, so that answers our question.
I'd sit in class and rub my eyes and immediately my eyes would start
fucking dumbass. Why is she still in school?
Swelling so much I could barely see. I had to start wearing baggy clothes because any tight fabric would just increase my skin's reaction. I had to give away my cat because her scratches were hurting me so much. I lay in bed, feeling horrible.
Yo.
I would never get a boyfriend because his touch would cause me pain. It felt like my life was ending.
You are 13. This is a sign from God. Stay away, bruh. Y'all, this is for both guys and girls. Stay away from relationships, y'all. That shit does not help. Focus on yourself. Like, figure out who you are before trying to figure out somebody else. Alright, that's like going from step 1 to step 8. Alright, you gotta figure out steps 2 through 7 first. Alright, stop worrying about these guys.
But then, this one person completely changed my life. I was 18, and very...
Damn. Look, all I'm saying is, it's a sign from God. You don't want anything to do with him. I promise. You don't want anything. Look at him. Look at these guys. No compassion. Nobody feels sorry for her. Assholes. You don't want attention from assholes. I promise.
Socially awkward around everyone. I would constantly be alone, reading a book somewhere comfortable. And on one of those days, Steve approached me. He asked if he could sit near me and read a book too.
Boy, this man looked like a whole TikToker.
It was not a big deal, but I blushed immediately. I mean, he was cute, and I missed intimacy so much. So...
What do you mean missed? You never had it.
Day after day, he would come up to me in the same park, and we would read books.
You should probably explain to him what's up. You know, you should probably tell him, hey, I have a skin condition, you know. Just letting you know.
After a while, we started talking, and he asked me out. I was so nervous. I didn't want to tell him about my big secret.
Fucking dumbass.
It was the day of our date.
Here we go.
I went to the cafeteria to see him, waiting for me, smiling. But I kept thinking, even if it goes right...
Girl, you showed up like that? Confidence.
Right. Even if he's the most wonderful guy on the planet, I can't touch him or hold his hand. But the most...
Okay, people without legs make it work. Like, people without eyes make it work, you know? Like, you can figure it out. Why are your hand... Why are their arms so short?
Strange thing happened during our date. We were drinking tea, laughing our asses off, having the time of our lives, when he looked me in the eye and I saw his hand reaching for mine. I saw it and started shivering. The thought of him seeing my hand turn red seemed humiliating, but I didn't stop him. The tips of his fingers touched
Do y'all see what Exhibit A of why I say the weight, y'all?
mine. I was so scared. I nearly screamed. I think he saw fear in my eyes. He asked me about it, and I finally fessed up.
Sir, first of all, thank you for reading the room, because most people are slow.
Scratched my hand and showed him. I was ready for him to
You have to scratch your hand. You could have just explained it.
run away as soon as he saw it.
Watch him have it too.
He started laughing.
That's even worse! Oh.
Hysterically. I felt like it was the end of this fairy tale. I felt my face turning bright red in embarrassment. How could I think that somebody would ever love me?
Wow.
After a moment, when he calmed down, he gently touched my hand with the tips of his fingers and said, "This is what you were so scared to tell me?"
I mean, it's a pretty big thing. You know, I wouldn't belittle it.
Nothing. It doesn't change anything. My heart nearly burst out of me. Turns out I could have a happy ending after all. I was so burdened with self-pity and embarrassment that I couldn't see that there were good people around me after all. I finally got out of my shell. I learned that dermatographia literally means skin writing. And somehow knowing that I'm a skin writer got me inspired. I bought a sewing machine and made myself fashionable clothes that wouldn't irritate my skin. I started living my life with those around me that were sweet, kind, and thoughtful. Who would have thought that that was the only thing I needed to cure my unhappiness?
Did you like this story?
Huh. She found a man and it saved her life. Wow. Great. Well, what did we learn from this story? We learned that I'm trying to find it. We learned that, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna tell y'all the real lesson here. It's great to have somebody in your life. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with somebody and having a partner and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just the why behind it that's the issue. You know, you shouldn't want a partner to feel happy, you know. You should want a partner, you know, because you want to be in love, stuff like that, you know. But you shouldn't want it as something to the, like, you shouldn't depend on your partner for happiness, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you shouldn't depend on anybody to be happy, you know. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your own happiness, you know. You and you alone. And so, you know, some people look at that as a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing. You know, if you are the only person who can control how you feel, your emotions, your perception of the world, etc., you know, it's great. That means that, you know, you can figure yourself out, you can make yourself happy. I don't know, I don't really like the message here that you need to find a guy in order to be happy. But fuck it, that's their story. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I enjoyed it, I guess. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just, I don't know, I don't like the ending. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Bye.